Hello everyone and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be talking about my 2026 journaling ecosystem thus far. It is currently February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day if I actually post this on Valentine's Day. I did post a journaling ecosystem on my TikTok page, which I believe is the same name as this YouTube account. If not, it's very similar. But I don't expect you to go watch it or anything. But just to note that there have been changes from that one to this one now that I have started using my journals for the new year, because I believe I posted that in like November. It might have even been September, because that's when everyone was talking planners. So this is what has been working for me in 2026 so far. I know that this looks like a lot, but I unfortunately have the type of neurodivergence that means I need to have a separate journal for all of my separate topics, basically. If there's a new purpose, new journal type of vibe. So that's what this is, and I apologize in advance because it's a lot and I can yap. So let's just get into it. Okay, so the first journal I'm going to be talking about is my Lloydstrom Landscape Sketchbook. This is my junk journal, as you can kind of tell. She's very chunkified now. Her spine is most definitely broken, but we love her. And I will say the only reason I picked up a landscape from my junk journal is because she was on clearance from Blick, and I wanted to try Landstrom from the Lloydstrom for the first time, and I was like, well, she's on clearance, might as well get her. So she has nothing on the pages, if I can find a blank page. Like, they're just blank because she is meant to be a sketchbook, which I really enjoy. My first junk journal that I've just never completed was vertical with spiral. Did not like the spiral. Vertical I could have worked with, but the spiral, don't get a spiral for your junk journal. I'm sorry, it's just not good, because then you can't do spreads that like combine. I'm trying to find one that I'm okay with showing. Sorry. Like this. You can't, like, it's all on 2 pages. You can't do that with this. I mean, you kind of can with a spiral, but then there's always that gap in the middle. So yeah, this is just my junk journal. I'm trying to see if there's another spread I'm okay with showing that doesn't have like anything. Some October Halloween stuff. I don't think my friend would want to be on the internet, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, a lot of these unfortunately have my friends in them, and I just don't think they're gonna want to be on the internet. So, but here's some of me and my family from Disney World. So, but yeah, so this is my junk journal. I really like her. I would recommend the Lloydstrom because the closure makes her nice and easy. Like, this is very chunkified compared to where she is, and like this is only, I want to say, half of the junk journal used, and she still closes, so that's so nice. And I like have not even tried to like limit what I'm putting. Like, if I find the chunkier the better, honestly, for my junk journal. But yeah, so this is what I've been using this year. I really like her. I would recommend. I know some people might not like the landscape ways. I have been vibing with it. If I ever finish this junk journal, because I am known to not finish my projects, I might try vertical, but I would also get this sketchbook because I like not having anything on it because I'm just going to cover it up anyways. So I don't want grid and I don't want dot or lines. So sketchbook might be the way to go. I am vibing with landscape, but vertical is not a no. Would not recommend the spiral bound though, because just trust me on that. Don't get the spiral bound. Okay, so the next journal I have is my 2026 book journal. I have actually been sticking with this. This is a, I forget the brand, Lafossi. It's, oh, as soon as I see it, I'm gonna know what it is. Tiefossi, Tiefossi. Tiefossi. Got this from Amazon. I believe these kind of are meant to look like that other brand that the name is escaping me from. But I really like this. I think it's really good quality. The only thing I will say is my pen loop is broken. It doesn't look it because I stuck it back in there, but it is the like stickiness of it that was tied to there did come off, so it can't hold a pen anymore. But I like the elastic closure. I like the 8x8 size. I very much am vibing with it. So this is, well, this is my cover page, but my junk journal, this is my TikTok name if you are curious. I don't know if that's the same as my YouTube name or not. YouTube came a lot later. So some of the things I've just been doing are putting in like my, oh, well, this is so behind now. I was doing so good with it, but how much I read every day in January. I'm actually quite proud of that because I've never done that before, to my knowledge. And then my reading thing, I have a whole video on this if you want to flip through. But anyways, I've been keeping up with her for the most part. Every once in a while I have to add in some of my little like reviews, but for the most part, in the front coloring in, just because I don't, now that I don't have a pen loop, the sticker doesn't there. But I'm actually almost done with one of my challenges, which is Read the Rainbow. I think I'm like, what, 2 away? Pink and green? Oh, no, 3, because pink, green, and then there's like this bluish purple one right here that looks almost the same to that one. That was not on purpose. But yeah, I'm filling this out. We need to talk about my NetGalley shelf really quick. If you saw my original video, you'll know that I was at 45.45% ratio on NetGalley, which is horrendous. I'm aware, okay? I didn't know how it worked when I first started NetGalley. I know how it works now. But currently, it's not written on, I'm at 78%. So I'm almost to the threshold they want you to be, which is 80. I just need to finish one more book, and I'm not currently reading it, but it's my next read. Anyways, long story short, I'm really liking my reading journal, and I do use this pretty regularly. Another thing I would want to say to point out is I should not have chosen a dark purple color because the Sharpie to write the title on it does not work. So I've been using this white marker that is just not working. So, but I just have been enjoying, this is another one I'm not caught up on, but it's because I gotta go find the colors of them. But the key's helpful. Oh, don't look at how much money I spent on books. But yeah, this might be new compared to my last year. I added a book matrix because I heard that's better than a book of the year bracket. So I have both in here to see how they compare and see what I want to carry into my next one. I don't really know what the point of this video of me showing all those spreads were, but I'm still using my book journal. Yes, I'm a little bit behind, but I plan to update it actually today, now this weekend. I'll get into why I'm behind because it will come up in my next journal when I'm discussing what's in there. Okay, so my next journals are in this little case that I got from Etsy. It's a faux leather in orange. I added the charms myself, and brown cord is what I picked with the grommet color as well. And it's a trifold, which I love. But I got this one. I forget the shop name. If I can find it, I will add it in the description because it's really nice. I know it's faux leather, but like the price was really reasonable, so I would recommend. I'm not sponsored or anything by them because like that'd be sick if I was, but no. Definitely don't have any sponsorships. But the first thing that I have in here is my Stalogy 365 page A6 journal, and this has kind of changed. As you can tell, it has the stickers on it that say journal. This was my everyday journal where I would write all my thoughts down. Like I would call it like my thoughts journal, my journal, my therapy journal, basically all my thoughts. So like I'm not gonna share what I've written because personal, but that is not its use anymore. Be proud of me. I didn't buy a whole new journal when I changed uses. I am reusing a journal. But now it has become, which you'll see why, it has become my scratch paper journal, which is just like to-do list. Sorry, it has not been, but to-do list basically. To-do list, like list, basically just a bunch of different lists I need. Scratch paper, anything I need to write something down and don't have a place, it goes in that Stalogy. I made the shift because I ended up getting an A5 for my journal. So I had more space because the A6 was not cutting it. I was filling up pages so quickly. For example, this journal has been just a journal from here to here, this much of the journal, since, let's see, I wrote down the day, December 1st. That's how much I already filled up since December 1st in this. So I needed a bigger size, so I switched, and I didn't want to just completely not use my Stalogy because it's a nice journal. And it's actually inside a Midori A6 cover because I used to use Midori's. Still love a Midori, but I just used the case because it still fits it. And this is in grid as well. And then behind that I have, whoa, shocker, a Midori grid A6 journal. I still love them. But I am been trying some new journals out as well. So, but this one now was my scratch journal. So is what this one is now, but now, or was what this one was now. So I can show you that in the beginning to kind of show what my scratch journal used to look like when it's all filled out. I also have, like, oddly enough, sorry, I have to find it, but it's a lot of to-do lists mostly. Books, and the occasional one I want to redecorate my living space, and I map it out. That goes in here as well, my diagrams. Then it has now become my school journal, because I'm getting an LTA certificate, which is a library technical assistant certificate. I work at a library as an acquisitions specialist and have been going to school for this since before I got this job. But now I'm in my final semester, so I have to do a practicum at another library. It's a lot, like, I mean, time-wise and commitment-wise, because I'm working full-time and then doing 75 hours at another library, not getting paid, but like getting experience, which is nice. I've enjoyed my time there, but I need somewhere to put this all down and keep track of what I'm doing for my school assignments. So that's what this has become. So it's just full of like where I was for how long, what projects I was working on, things like that. And the only other thing I have in here, oh, not the only other thing, I also have this little card holder. It's in a passport size because nobody makes A6 ones. I don't know what that's about. And then it also has like a little zipper. And then I have a, what is this called? It's a sticker book, but the brand is Traveler's Notebook. Their sticker book in the standard size, but as you can tell by my shoddy cutting work, I cut it to the right size because I didn't want passport because that's clearly smaller, but I didn't have anywhere to put that. And here's just some of my stickers and the sticker release paper. Rootin', tootin', mentally regroupin'. Most of these ones I made, I will say, like, there's one of my puppy. Some of these, like, I took images just from Google or like from those free images sites that people have. Sorry, I know I'm not showing you anything, but I'm trying to get to a page that actually has stickers on it. So yeah, just have some stickers from over my years that just go in here. And that's everything in this little compact A6 faux leather cover. Next, the newest addition to my journals, and this is a sterling ink, is it 520 pages, I think is what it's advertised as, grid on Koji paper. It's the newest one. I did not get it when they had the Tomoe River paper. This is on the Koji paper. I've really liked it. I've really enjoyed it. But I'm not like a huge snob with paper, so like I can't say that it's better or worse or the same as Tomoe River paper. But to me, who is new to fountain pens and new to like the whole world of like gourmet almost journaling system stuff, I've enjoyed the Koji paper. So I also don't know if I'm for sure pronouncing that correctly, so I apologize if I'm not. But maybe you could tell by the stickers. This is my tarot/oracle journal. So anything relating to my like witchcraft practice, because I'm trying to get more into that realm, but we're starting small with oracle and tarot decks that I have that I've felt connected to, and I did like my introduction to them in here. So I have like my introduction in here. I know I write small. And then I have like my daily card pulls, and then they have journaling prompts with the deck I'm currently using. So then I'll like journal on my journaling prompt in there as well. Again, very new addition to my system within the last 2 weeks. So I've been excited to add this in. And I'm hoping that it stays in. We'll see when I do my next recap if this is still being used. I really, really hope it is. But again, ADHD brain, gosh, can't even say the word, does not like to stick with things very often. So I might get bored, move on, and then I'll come back as always. But for now, it's a hit. The next thing I have is similar Sterling Ink wise, is my planner. This is the Sterling Ink horizontal full year B6 size. Sorry, there's a lot of things I have to say in order to get you the right information. I have already, like, as you can tell by the spine, messed with her too much, probably more than she could handle. Well, that's not true, but some of the things I have in here, like, I'm gonna do Song of the Year in the beginning. I have, I'm not showing you the other side, but period tracking, and then I have, what is this called? Vision board. Like activities I could do with high energy, low energy, whether they're at home or going out. Some bingo. I have not looked in a while to see if I've crossed out anymore, but so far I have 2. One's a free space though. Habits on the quarterly reviews. Then I have my weekly calendar, which I'm not gonna share that. And then I have my weekly stuff, which I'm gonna show you a page of that I feel comfortable sharing. And I just do my, like, schedule, my to-dos for the day. I have 2 columns of that because I usually need it. And then I have weekly to-do, weekly activities I'm trying to get done, goals that I'm trying to accomplish, and then my homework for the week as well. So that's everything in there. And then something I have been keeping up with, which is new to me because it has the daily pages, is filling in, hold on, I'm trying to kind of cover it up so you can't read it, but I do gratitudes, then I do tracking my mood and my sleep, and then I'll sometimes, if I did an oracle or tarot card pull, I'll write like the very briefest thing, not like the full thing I write in the whole journal, but just like what the card is, because I don't bring that journal with me other places. And then I do a summary of the day throughout the day. And again, yes, I write small, so I can write a lot on there, but the only thing is I've been debating adding stickers, obviously not to the cover, but to those pages, just so I don't have to write as much about the day, because I am a completionist and I need to write to the bottom of the page every single day, which is a me problem. But I've been using this religiously. I love this planner so much. I would highly recommend the Sterling Ink if you like the weeklies and the dailies. I'd say if you like the weeklies in like an A5 size, but the vertical weeklies, like Hobonichi probably is fine. Like, I was gonna get a Hobonichi, but I like horizontal weeks, and the size of the weeks for Hobonichi just doesn't work for me. I wanted like something bigger, and I also wanted the dailies. If Hobonichi made a horizontal weeks version, I could be sold, but because they don't, Sterling Ink is my go-to now. I shouldn't say that. This is my first year using it, but I love it, and I will most likely be repurchasing next year. And then fun fact, because I do track my mood, in the back of it, I have 2 emotion wheels because I can't come up with emotion words for shit. So that is my Sterling Ink B6 horizontal full year planner. Then lastly, I have this leather journal cover, and I just got this literally yesterday. It is so cute. I got it, so I got to choose these charms, I got to choose the cord and the stone, and the color of the leather. I wanted black this time. I don't know why, I just chose black this time. Normally I get a color, but again, I will try to put the Etsy shop name on here because it's very good quality in my opinion. Don't have much to compare it to though. I bought one other leather journal cover once, did not like that one, which is why I'm not using that one anymore. So I will say compared to the other one I bought, this one is way better. And then I have what's this brand? Sorry, I'm trying to get all the names for you. I know it's written on there. Erin Condren folio planner insert, because I used to use their planner. So it has like business cards in the front, and then in the back it's got a large little like envelope kind of pocket to put stuff in. I used to store stickers in there, but now that I have a sticker release book, not needed as much. Then I have my first Hobonichi journal, and this is what I was discussing earlier, my journal, my therapy journal, my everyday emotions journal, whatever I need to write about, it goes in here. So I'm not going to show the inside, but it is a grid inside. I've been enjoying it. I think it's a good quality journal. I do wish they were a little thicker just because I write so much, but then I've noticed since I've switched to A5, it's not going to be as bad as an issue because I write so small. And I write in the, like, here, hold on. I can kind of show you. I know someone can pause and technically read what I wrote, but that's how small I write. So I think it's fine. And then I have a Midori A5 in here, grid. And this used to be my journal like years ago, but then I realized that I wanted to try new brands. So this used to be my journal before I also knew new pens, and then it became my Oracle journal. And really, I don't have a purpose for that one. I'm gonna be so for real. I don't have a purpose for that one. It was just an old journal that I put in here to make this a little bit chunkier. So if anyone has an idea of another journal I can make, I have a free journal that is barely used because I used to always have to rebuy journals when I started a new topic. Now I can at least reuse an old journal. I've grown as a person. But so this is that journal, my A5 one, or 2 A5 ones, but only one of them is actually being used. I just carry the other one around right now. Don't ask me why. I was just trying to see how much I could fit in here, basically. But that is that. So that is my whole journal collection, journal ecosystem, if you will. I don't know who coined that term, but I like it. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Otherwise, I want to hear about your guys' journaling ecosystem. What works for you? What doesn't work for you? Are you like me and you need to have a separate journal for every single like type of vibe? Or are you someone who's maybe more sane in the brain who can like combine things in their journal, like who can actually do actual commonplacing and stuff like that? Because couldn't be me. But if you stayed to the end of this video, thank you so much, and maybe put like a pen emoji, like they have a writing emoji, I guess, like something like that in the video if you made it to the end, just so I know you were watching. I'm sure nobody watched to the end, but if you did, I greatly appreciate you and I think I have 4 subscribers, so thank you to them, minus my friend who's not answering my text. But everyone else, I don't know who you are personally, so I greatly appreciate you for subscribing to my channel. Yeah, so that's everything I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.